looking at Alpha Protocol. This is Obsidian Entertainment's first attempt at a game, and it was released by Sega. This game is available on Steam for roughly $2, making it a pretty cheap buy. And it's a game that even Steam won't recommend people buy. It's riddled with bugs, errors, flaws, poor game mechanics, and it was just very poorly reviewed by everyone. Nobody seemed to like this game. So I'll just be going over a few things about it. There are a number of weapons in this game, and it sometimes feels like a shooter, and you can customize them. But the main point of this game is choice. So more often than not, you're staring at this video screen, and an option will appear. You will have three choices. One sort of a suave James Bond response. Another one's a sort of professional response that you might see from as an RPG. The main point of this game will be choice. You'll be given these toggle options that'll give you three choices on how to talk to people. The first choice is to be very suave, very James Bond, try to romance them. The second is very professional, very Jason Bourne, very to the point. And the third is aggressive, much like Jack Bauer from 24. These are the three JBs that this game was designed after, and so all of your reactions are designed in such a weird manner. So at some point you could be flipping somebody off ultra angrily, having a tantrum, or you could just be calmly talking with them. A lot of the weird options have you select things like dolly, and you don't know whether you're talking about a dolly in a mission or a stuffed dolly with cocaine or anything. It's just really, really, really bizarre. The game's going to allow you some customization options. So you can obviously customize your weapons, which is pretty much a pain in the ass. This is because you can't really double click on things like you can in a normal game. You just expect all these buttons to be all clickable. They're not. You have to hit the select key. When you customize your dude, it's a little bit easier. You just sort of just click on the one tree and hit the button. All the trees are really dumb. I mean, you don't want to level up shotguns. It's kind of silly. The only thing that's really valuable is stealth and toughness in this game, as it seems. So that's what everybody's going to get. The game's gameplay itself is pretty awkward and weird. You're always going up and down ladders, and the game's really bad at this. I mean, I'm trying to open this door, and so I'm backing into it, but I'm actually hitting the forward key, and eventually the game will turn me around. It's really weird, really fishy, really awkward. Um, I mean, you're just going to hate this if you play any kind of RPGs. There's just so much weirdness to it. You're always, even the aiming's bad. You have to look around and make over generalizing strokes. It's actually easier to aim without the reticle than with the reticle, which is really sad. The reticle will power down to red, and this will give you maximum precision, but it's pretty imprecise. This is so you're not gonna have any fun with this. It's making it so that you have to basically become a marksman. You're never really going to want to sneak around. Like, it just doesn't pan out. You end up just wanting to awkwardly aim around and off people and then make your way. Uh, every single mission's like this. You're always finding these points where you have to kind of sit here. And there's some weird ones where the enemies can't hit you back ever. In this particular scene here, the enemy's going to throw a grenade at me, and I'm just going to sit there and eat it because the grenade's actually not going to do any damage. There's all sorts of geographic problems like this all throughout the game where it makes the game just a tad bit too easy. As you can see, I do level up. You get experience, you level up, you invest your new points. And there's the grenade, and boom, no damage at all. Um, you basically have to become an expert marksman in this game in order to survive. Sneaking around is not really an option. You're going to want to go for a whole bunch of headshots and just get really good at aiming without the reticle and then bringing the reticle in if you want to, play this game. You can make takedowns and be sneaky once you get a decent amount of stealth or if the mission provides it. They're not really as cool as takedowns in other games. I mean, it makes it look like you're just beating the crap out of the guy, as opposed to just snaggling him. 90% of the time you try to go into hand-to-hand combat, it just doesn't go well. It ends up you being fighting a guy with a gun, and he just keeps shooting you. So you're always kind of feeling like you should shoot back. And unfortunately, the things are all awkward, so you don't shoot back. The game does feature a large number of puzzles. They are, however, repetitive and roughly the same thing. They get slightly harder, but and it's nothing that isn't all that easily manageable. It's all really simple crap, like putting these little plungers together, mixing like mazes, mixing numbers together. Like this one's a little bit more interesting, but then you realize like the code's the only one that doesn't change, so you just kind of like easily find them and click on them. This game is sort of dead at launch. It's full of all sorts of bugs, massive failures, and you just always find yourself in these crappy situations which aren't fun. If you were just sneaking around on people, it'd be great. If you were just, you know, shooting people, it'd be great. But unfortunately, they tried to mesh together like many unsuccessful espionage games did, and it just did not pan out for them. So, this is Troublemaker signing off on another Steam sale review, and I hope you have a great day.